So we learned the other week in the Samsara, Nirvana, and Buddha Nature class that Venerable Chojun teaches that afflictions can be divided into two categories, and that's innate and acquired afflictions. So the innate afflictions are ones that come with us from life to life. They've been in our minds since beginningless time, and we don't need to learn them in each separate life. But the acquired afflictions are ones that we have to learn in whatever particular life that we're in. And they come from believing wrong ideologies and philosophies to be true. So in college, I took a sociology class and I realized that I had all of these views and beliefs that I had grown up with, and I had never critically challenged them. And I suspected that some of them might not be so accurate. So I took it upon myself to try to uncover these wrong views or these views that could be wrong. And so many of them had been presented as truths when I was growing up. And so we're probably familiar with those of us who grew up in the US, such as wealth and material possessions are the causes of happiness. Society will always improve because of science and technology, and putting me first is the quickest route to happiness. So the more I looked at these, the more I saw that they're actually cultural myths. And every society, every culture has myths that they tell themselves to unite everybody together and to make everyone feel happy and good. So another way of putting it is these are just aspirations and ideals that we have about what kind of society we want to be. So in that way, they're they're not necessarily a bad thing. But when I came to Buddhism, I saw that one of these myths I really needed to start looking at and learn to let go. And that's the myth of the self made individual. Um, so, this is a person who grew up in average or disadvantaged circumstances. And through their own effort alone, with no help from anybody else, they were able to become a fantastic success and achieve all their dreams. And shouldn't we worship this person as, the epitome of human success? And I learned that this phrase was first coined by a senator in 1832, Senator Henry Clay, and he was talking about business people who had been able to make their own fortune on their own. And I think it is used in often a political way. This idea that people shouldn't need help from the government, that they should be able to just make it on their own, pull themselves up by their bootstraps, is what we hear quite a lot. So I had, I guess I had internalized this because I found that, yeah, much of the time I think of myself as like an isolated person. Um, Growing up, I was told that I had to get good grades so that I can win awards and then go to prestigious college and earn a lot of money. And then if something was going wrong with my life, it must be because I'm doing something wrong. Or if something is going right, it's all because of me. So I brought this attitude to my spiritual practice. And, I thought it was all on me and never mind other people. I can't even help myself. How am I going to be able to help them? So this wasn't really too inspiring. And living in a community and generating bodhicitta has really pointed out the need to let go of this way of thinking. It's so obvious living in a community that I can't do anything without relying on somebody else at some step of the way. And I also can't do very much without influencing others. And I know that I, in turn, am very much influenced by the people around me. And so it's become just more and more painful and unrewarding to see people as assets and liabilities to my own agenda. And so I've identified some of these views that I really want to try and let go of to keep growing my love and compassion. And that's that happiness is achieved by putting my wants and needs first, that the most important thing in life is to be correct and right, and that I can only be secure if I have some kind of advantage over other people. So it's fairly easy to see the faults of this on an intellectual level, but only through living in community, practicing day in, day out, have I been able to challenge these assumptions at a deeper level and to actually realize how unrealistic they are and how much suffering they cause, especially for me, probably for others too. So it's not wrong to, um, you know, think that individuals should be responsible for their own lives and that individual rights shouldn't be protected. But we have to keep in mind that individuals only exist because of the collective, because of other people. And so it's only rational, you could say, that the role of the individual is actually to serve others, to take care of them, and to give back to them, because that's their foundation, that's their base. And His Holiness talks about this quite a bit. He calls it being wisely selfish. And so I really want to keep learning more about how to be wisely selfish because most of my life I've been very unwisely selfish. And I'm very thankful to be living here because I feel like a community provides me the opportunities to see just how that works. And already my mind is so much calmer and more at ease now that I'm learning to put others before myself.